do that on camera. It's supposed to be serious. You're supposed to be Corona. Oh.
No.
So.
Not funny.
Junkanoo.
Yes.
You know what that is?
It is the name of the band that came through the restaurant.
Kinda.
It is the name of a society in the Caribbean.
You are so. It is a cultural dance and music celebration unique to the Bahamas that dates back hundreds of years. Hundreds.
Okay.
Like back when I was a baby. Its history is hotly contested, and there are several theories about its origin. One is that it's named in tribute to an African tribal chief. And guess what his name was?
Well, if I had to guess, I would guess Junkanoo.
You are so close. You're brilliant.
Thank you. What was it?
John Canoe.
Nah.
That's what Wikipedia says, so it's gotta be
Obviously,
it's gotta
it's
be true.
true.
Hey, everybody!
Wikipedia says it's true.
So it's 50. It was like 54 degrees here in Chicago, and we figured let's go ahead and close out this trip to the Bahamas.
Let's get it
So
done.
this is part 3, and as we said we would do, we have here in my hands, and we'll put up on our website b2g.travel what this bad boy cost us, how much we spent, because we felt that it's really important that not only that we kind of share what our experience has been in terms of all the fun and frivolity, but also there's a lot of frivolity.
The fun and frivolity.
Yes. The fun and frivolity. Heavy on the frivolity. You were such a frivolous one.
So the cost
The cost.
of the fun and frivolity.
Right. Because that really, a lot of times, that's what prevents a lot of people, even people that we've talked to, even in the past few months that we started this, they're like, wow, you guys do all these trips.
You travel everywhere.
And it's like, let's not forget, we've got 8 kids.
We do.
4 at home. We are now the proud grandparents of a
one.
little baby boy, so cute. We both work. We plan on retiring at some point, and so
Hopefully.
and there's we're normal people. She's normal, but as part of all this is we really wanted to kind of share with you what we spend when we go on these adventures, so that hopefully many of you will see this and say, we can do this.
That's the thing. I don't know about us being normal, but we are. we bring home an average wage.
Yep.
And we are very budget conscious, which does allow us to go on several trips a year.
Stephanie budgets, and I just try to remain conscious. But we do, and that's part of the fun, because when you set goals of wanting to go on adventures, to want to say, a few times a year we want to be able to get away, both with the kids and without, that just becomes one more part of this adventure of being a couple, being married, and you try to figure it out, because I think we'll agree, because we shared before that this was our second trip to the Bahamas. Right. And the first time we lived high on the hog, right?
It was free.
And this time, because her company, provided it as an incentive for just being a phenomenal salesperson.
Thank you.
And this year, while we did take advantage of our American Express Platinum card to get a status match that put us at a diamond level with Caesars to cover the cost of the hotel, we still had the resort fees to pay. We still had the airfare, the food, and so you want to get to the numbers?
Let's get to the numbers.
Great. So we'll get to the numbers, and so transportation. So there was the airfare, there was the Uber to and from the airport, and there was the airport shuttle. And again, all this we'll have listed out on our website. You'll have the link here on the bottom of the page, of the the website
below.
that you're at.
It'll be below.
But you can also just go to b2g.travel and both have this video
Right.
and all the deets.
Very good.
That's what the kids call it these days, the deets.
All right. So here's the details.
All right. So we paid a total of $522.80 for transportation. That includes $125 for the shuttle that was round trip. That included a 20-minute stop at a grocery store. We paid $160 for the Uber to and from our house. Now, in hindsight, we could have paid less by going ahead and using the airport parking. Lesson learned. And then on the airfare, so we live in Chicago. We paid $237.30 round trip. Now, that was because we found a special on American Airlines. I'm always watching for different specials, and they had a web special that was for the two of us, ended up being $237.30 minus we used 25,000 miles for a round trip. That was a huge deal, right? A huge deal for us to be able to get that. But our total transportation cost was $522. So
that's awesome.
Now your flights may be different, right? But hopefully that gives you a sense of just here's what it costs us to get there and back.
Yep.
Lodging. So we stayed 4 nights at Atlantis, and we had, as I mentioned earlier, we were able to get the actual room costs to zero.
Right.
But we did have to pay, I think it was $60 a day for
the resort fee.
For the resort fee. Okay, that gives you the bottled waters, that gives you the access to the water parks and all that. Which, to pay $60 a night, to stay at Atlantis is a bargain
for sure.
We've seen people that have commented that you're still having to pay for the resort fee, yada yada yada. You do, but if you go and look at what the typical cost is for a hotel room at either the Royal or the Coral, it's still a great bargain.
It is. That's a great price.
Now, the food. So under meals and groceries, this included basically everything from the time that we left the house that we spent. This also includes the groceries that we picked up at the grocery store. What it doesn't include are the snacks that we already had here at the house that we took with us. Right. So, with the kids and having lunches and things, we always have, different snacks here at the house. Bars and so we took a bunch with us and made the kids starve while we were gone.
Not at all.
So, so that came to a total of $462.70. Now, if you go there and want to eat at, the higher end restaurants, you'll spend that amount in a day and a half. You really can. But again, we ended up eating at the Village Marina for the pizzeria, which was great. Just huge size slices of pizza for $7 each. We had a lot of conch salad.
It was so good. So when you go, you have to get the conch salad.
You have to get the conch salad.
Make it in front of
right
you.
In front of you.
We have it in the other video, right?
We're going to show it after we finish all of our talking.
Awesome.
And then we also went in the marina and actually went to another little restaurant, Andrew's, as well. And we actually met up with a couple of folks that we found from one of the Facebook groups, so that was great.
Fellow travelers.
And so we had a meal with them, and then we had one meal there. But and then we actually had a meal over at Sharky's in Nassau as well. So for all of that, we spent $462.70. And frankly, I don't think we ever felt that we were missing out by not going to the higher end restaurants or not having a quality meal. We just it was really great.
It was fantastic. Well, and part of the fun is having a budget, knowing what you anticipate spending, staying within your budget. Then we could do whatever we wanted.
Right.
Really, we could do whatever we wanted. We chose to go this route because these are the places we wanted to go. And Chris just did a phenomenal job of keeping track of all of the money that we spent, just so that we could share it with you all.
And it was really a great experience for us because, at the end of the day, we were able to come back and didn't have any credit card bills that we were fretting about.
Not at all.
And it was just a phenomenal experience. So, so the total of all that, so the other couple things, so miscellaneous. So we used our cell phones the entire time we were there. Again, we know that there's others that they turn their phones off. We're looking at possibly using Google Fi in the future, but
sure.
we decided to keep our phones on. So we each paid $10 a day for the Verizon wireless pass. So that came to a total of $100. So again, this is something that hopefully you can look at, and you may decide that you're going to turn your phone off, or maybe just use one phone, or just use the Wi-Fi that they have there at the hotel, and just use WhatsApp. But that was $100 step that we paid there. Then we paid 25 cents for a shopping bag. Remember we bought a little shopping bag to hold our waters in?
We did.
And then we spent $20 on the jewelry, the little bracelets, the birthstone bracelets. Now, so that total cost came to $1,345.25.
And that includes the bracelets that were
everything
that were just my choice.
Yeah.
So that was just a gift.
That was the whole kit and caboodle.
That was everything. So yeah, I'm excited for you to share this with everyone so that they can see
Absolutely.
Line by line.
Now, couple things I want to point out. We found, so when we were taking pictures at the waterfall by Queen's Castle, we found $100 sitting on the ground.
We did.
And we tried our hardest to find out who it belonged to, and we didn't. We walked around trying to see if there was anyone who was looking for having dropped something. We couldn't find anybody. It wasn't a whole lot of people out there, but we really tried our hardest. So we did subtract. So you can in our case we could subtract that out from the $1,345. Also.
But we don't anticipate that everyone's going to find $100 on the ground.
You can always hope. But also, if you recall from our other video talking about status matching, when we got to the resort, we also received $100 in monies
credit
from credit to use in the casino. And so neither one of us play slots, but they're kind of fun.
It was fun.
It was fun. And so,
especially because it was their money.
Yes.
I would never play with my money or with our money.
No.
But with their money, all day long.
All day long. But actually, what we would do is that, so you go through the casino on the way out to the Village Marina.
Right.
And so we would stop and go to a little 30-cent nickel machine that they call it a nickel slot, but you actually have to
it's not
pay
nickels.
30 cents.
Right.
So we would do that, every couple of times we would go through.
And when Chris says we, he means me.
Yeah, because I was not lucky at all. But, spoiler alert, you won $100.
I won $100.
Over the course of the time, she won $100
so
in addition to what we had spent. So it was basically $200 because surprisingly, you can't just go in there and say, oh, I got $100 credit, give me the $100. No, you have to actually spend it.
Yes.
And so
if it had been our money, we would have just broken even. But
Yes.
because it was credit that was accredited to us,
Right.
and I played and I won the $100.
we got $100 cold cash out
We
of it.
did.
Yes.
So that was a lot of fun.
That was. But don't go to the casino and spend your own money.
No.
No.
If you can avoid
That
it.
takes away from it. And there's so much more to do. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. So, but that's the cost. That's how much we spent. $1,345. You can decide whether or not to subtract out the $200 based upon how lucky you feel. But to have 4 nights and 5 days, including transportation, that's what the cost was for us. And so for this video, we're actually going to just show you some of the fun things that we did that involve food and music, because we saw the Junkanoo.
We did.
So the Junkanoo parade goes through the Bahamas, goes through Paradise Island, and there in the Village Marina. And so we'll share that with you. But we just want to thank everyone who has commented and watched this series of videos on our adventure in Atlantis. Very much. If you would please consider subscribing, so that kind of gives us a nice, warm, fuzzy feeling that people are watching this.
Yeah.
And like it. And yeah, so.
And if you want to be alerted, go ahead and click on the bell.
The bell.
And that way, as we are bringing more videos to you, you'll be alerted to that.
Yeah.
So thanks so much for watching.
And, oh, you want to tell them about our next adventure?
Well.
Or we could wait.
We've got big news.
We're going to wait.
Ooh. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
We have no idea what we did, but apparently we won off of the money the casino gave us. We get to eat tonight.